Dimension Production presents You Got Issues. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? Everybody's got them.
Man, dog, y'all check the mood, eh? Mother friends.
Boy, that's one good one, eh? Hey,
dog, you said a lot.
That's you.
Man, I want to do this on the side, man. The brown show you said, man, look here.
She might get a little something, you know.
You don't know.
Dog.
A little hits. See what they said?
Two friends can taste one thing, you know. Y'all didn't know that, eh?
Girl, you see all these fine niggas, so yeah.
Clarissa, ease up, man. And you done got 10 niggas after you, girl. What you more you want? Somebody's gonna find you in a bush somewhere, you know. Take your time, girl.
In the bush?
Yes.
I gotta make my money. They want what I got. I need what they have, and I don't mean love.
So messed up. Clarissa, you mean you would sell your body? You messed up, you's a crazy girl, you know.
Selling is such a harsh word. It's
Really?
called being an escort.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
Okay.
businesswoman. Okay? And maybe if you did, you wouldn't look the way you look
Don't
now.
watch nothing, okay? And don't run out, okay? That's why niggas got this. You see what I'm saying? But like you know why the people say you can't mind what people got? Because look at what you're doing, selling your body. I don't know about you, but I got respect for this sweet girl. Psh.
You are nobody else. That's why you ain't got no man.
Whatever.
You seriously need to get it together. And it's true, they say no ringy, no tingy. And I gotta have on my rings. Anyway, you see this nigga coming over here?
Yeah.
He got money. Talk to him. Don't be scared.
Sweetness, you saying sweetness?
Can't say what you saying.
Man, what you saying? I already take you to the ghetto and put you in a mansion, man.
Like you good for that.
Trust me, I already take care of that.
Oh,
yeah?
really?
Of course.
Show me
Man,
what you got.
Man, let's move, man. You saying? Still like this, you know. I've been watching you from over there. What you
Really?
saying? Really?
I ain't saying nothing.
Everybody knows, man, you gotta be saying
You got
something.
it all. You get it all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yo, Bahamas, what y'all saying? And welcome to another serious, man. Hey, off the chain, radical, awesome. Yeah, be bad like that. JC makes us bad. We're dealing tonight with the issue of teen prostitution. The issue of teen prostitution. Of course, this is the second segment of this serious issue related to young people. Would you believe, man, and I can't swear to this, but would you believe that there are some parents who actually take their teenagers and use their bodies so that older men can get money to pay the bills? These are some serious times. Do you believe that there are some teenagers out there who may be ducking school, man, in order to get monies through sexual favors? We're dealing tonight with the issue of teen prostitution, a serious issue. Let's go live and direct to the rap session and hear what they got to say, man. Hey, sit tight, fasten your seatbelts. It's some hot stuff. Hey, what y'all saying? And welcome to the rap session. And we're dealing with teen prostitution part 2, a serious issue, a critical issue, and a pretty prevalent issue. That means, you know what I'm saying, it's taking place. Talk to me about what's taking place in our schools. You think there's any prostitution that takes place in the school system?
You know, I think it's a lot of times where, like, maybe the kids, like, they less fortunate or whatever. They maybe could be getting prostituted to say, all right, I buy your lunch, little stuff like that. I buy your lunch, I pick you up from school, stuff like that. Like a lot of teenage girls, when they have older boyfriends, they'll be like, oh, all right, pick me up from school in your nice fresh car. If you give me lunch money, buy my shoes and stuff like that.
So it's an exchange. It's giving of sexual favors for money and all that kind of stuff. Let's get a working definition again, since this is part 2 of what prostitution is.
Prostitution is simply giving sexual favors in exchange for material goods, money, promotions, any kind of benefit to you, like as simple as riding a fast car. You know, I'm giving a sexual favor just to get a benefit. That's actually prostitution. And I think a lot of people are doing it also inside the schools, but they're not aware that that's considered prostitution because they're selling themselves or they're giving themselves away, giving sexual favors, and they're receiving money in exchange, but they don't consider that prostitution. And so that's also a problem that we're dealing with.
I think that like Tristan, like Royalty was saying earlier, there's a big problem. We don't put a value on ourselves, on self-worth. There's a big problem starting from the home. We don't have good leadership at home. So somebody has to be there as an example. If you plant a seed and it grows, somebody have to be there to nourish it. You understand what I'm saying? I've worked around people, and the things that I saw them do is amazing. I've had an experience where I came in contact with people and they make $2,000-3,000 a week. And I've heard them with my own 2 ears. This ain't he say, she say. And they say they have to get themselves prepared that night because they have something lined up. These are grown folks. These ain't teenagers, these grown folks. And they're pulling in $2,000-3,000 a week for sure. And they still want to go do that. So it's not always the, so the matter of fact.
It ain't always for money.
No. It's an addiction. It could be greed. So it can be a spiritual thing too. So it's not always I need something to eat, I don't have a place to stay.
I think for the teenager, because remember now the teenager is somebody who's dependent. In other words, they're looking for people to support them and take care of them. So for the teenager, let's take it back to the teenager. Wouldn't it be for this, I need some stuff. I need a school uniform. I need, what about parents? Speak to parents, man.
That's for the parents now. Young people look up to you as an example. So if you have like teenage daughters and around them you dress very revealing and seductive, that becomes a part of them because you are their mother and they're looking up to you as a role model. Whether you know it or not, they're looking up to you. That's why most teenagers dress the way they dress and get into things that they get into now because parents showing it to them and they don't even know that their child or whatever is picking it up.
Okay. I think there are a lot of, there may be too, there's a situation with providing. One of the key roles of a parent is to provide shelter, provide clothing, provide that educational, financial support, lunch money and all that kind of stuff. So what happens to the child who can't get lunch money, can't get stuff to buy their uniforms, can't get money to get their books? What can we say to them? Do they have to sell their bodies if that's why they get into it? What alternatives or what other choices or stuff they could get into to generate some funds to help them out?
Well, I know dealing with teenagers as going to school. I was one when coming from the island and coming here. My mother didn't always have it to give it to me to go to school with. And some days you just went without. So some days you got to make up in your mind, okay, I only have enough money to catch the bus to school, go to class, catch the bus, and go back home, eat when I get home. Sometimes you have to make that decision and say, I don't have to go that extra mile to say go and sleep with someone else to get in that extra fun, to have it when I need it. Friends see you, trust me, they don't have to even know you ain't eat that day. All they know is, man, my friend good, she all right, she okay. So you got to make that wise decision.
I could relate to what my sister is saying too, because I also, grew up in a home where, it was me and a few of my brothers and my 2 sisters, and my old lady like that, she really, she really had to work like 2 jobs to really try to support us and stuff like that, so it's kind of hard on her really to get us the things that we really would want, growing up as a young child in school, we intend to get attached to the materialistic stuff, guys, some wearing the nice Tommy pants and the nice Clark shoes and stuff like that, you want to look fresh too, you know what I mean? So for me personally, when I was in side grade, from my head grade 7, I know that I wanted these things. I didn't want my mother to buy me no sweet waters or no soft pants or no shirt like that. I wanted to have my own wear, my own stuff. So I started to work, as a parking boy, at the food store. I started off at City Market, out Cable Beach. And as I began to continue on working with them, doing the parking boy, when I reached a certain grade, like in grade 9, they promoted me to a shelf boy, because of my persistence. So I encourage you to get a job.
What word would you give to people who are in it and want to get out of it? They're in it and they want to get out of it. It devalues you. You're doing it, it makes you feel shabby. You feel low about yourself. You feel less than. What word would you give to a teenager who's in it and wants to get out, or needs to get out, or is crying, I don't want to do this, but go ahead.
What you have to do is realize this is not the end of the rope for you. You got to realize and find someone out there who can help to assist you. You may not always, the friend might not be there, they may not be the one who can help you, but you have to find that one. Guidance counselors are there at the school. You have pastors who are there at your church. You have other people, grown folks who you can talk to. Find someone who you can trust, who you can talk to, where you can get that help to assist you in coming out of that lifestyle.
Okay, from the financial perspective, if you're prostituting yourself because your mommy never had it to give you, if you never had it financially, you could always go to a church or go to another family member, go to your guidance counselor. I'm sure they can help you with some kind of way, help you financially. You go to the church or someone, ask the church. I'm sure pastors and ministers don't have no problem helping you financially or helping you in some other way, because prostitution is wrong and you're devaluing your body and you're not doing any good to your body, because as you gain that money or whatever you get from prostituting, you're actually taking 1 week or 1 day away from your lifespan at the end of your situation,
I'd like to say, first of all, you've got to start to encourage yourself to recognize that you are somebody that's worth something and not money or material can buy you. You've got to realize that there's no price that can be paid on you. And when you realize that you are special, you can now tell yourself and encourage yourself. And when you reach to the point that you've already been encouraged, you can get out of that situation by yourself. If not, find somebody that can help you. But if you can't find nobody that can help you, you got to help yourself first. And you've got to believe in yourself first that I can get out and I can do better.
Well, I tell you, Ugatissues, the serious and the critical issue of teen prostitution. You may be in it and doing it, but it devalues you. It pulls you down. You're fighting against your own body through all of that sexual contact with so many different people. It's dangerous to your physical body. You can become pregnant, etc. Hey, Ugatissues charges you that that's not the way to go. You are somebody. You are special. There are other ways to make money, and trust me, you shop like that. Think about it and work it out. Go positive. Check out BTC phone cards. Peace out, lady, y'all.
Yeah, well, it's a girl like Bonafide, alongside Ultimate Praise, Unity Movement, Cat, Katura. No matter the race, creed, or color, it's all about unity. No matter what denomination, unite, yeah. Unite as one. All Christians, we have to unite as one. With every denomination, unite as one.
Globally, man, all across the world, they say that we are in a recession. Feel me, man. That means, like, you know what I'm saying? They say money ain't flowing like that. And people are locking down and watching their budget and all that kind of stuff. And I want to challenge young people, man, particularly teens, man. Hey, watch how you make your money in this season. Adults, watch the kind of examples we're setting for the next generation as you move in this season of recession. Man, make your money, but make it the positive way. And now, the youth in the news. That's youth in the news, y'all.
Ugatissues youth in the news is Kyle Dean. Kyle is a 17-year-old recent graduate from the CC Sweeten High School, where he obtained 7 BJCs and 4 BGCSEs. In 2007 to 2008, he was the deputy head boy at CC Sweeten High School. Some of his achievements are Deputy Head Boy Award, Chemistry Award, Agricultural Science Award, chess medals and trophies, and awards in speech competitions and debates. He is also a graduate from the Gentlemen's Club. Kyle is the CEO and owner of his own business named Elohe Kadem International, which means God of the Beginning. He is involved in real estate and also a young prophet and preacher. In 2 years, he plans to be the youngest Bahamian to ever own a corporate center for real estate, insurance, banking, and telecommunication. He is a member of the Men of Valor and Purpose organization, where he serves as assistant secretary and a member of the National Student Christian Movement. He aspires to have his own ministry and to be a multi-millionaire by the age of 21. And in the near future, Kyle is going into full-time ministry where he wishes to travel all around the world as an evangelist. Kyle is a young man that loves Jesus and won't hesitate to do the work of the Lord. Ugatissues salutes Kyle Dean as the youth in the news.
Well, I tell you, Bahamas, we've come to a serious segment in the show. And the young person who's about to drop the word today is one of my spiritual children, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but I truly believe that what she has to say is going to be valuable and powerful. And I believe, hey, you'll see her. She's one of those up and coming Juanita Bynums, you know, give her a couple of years and check it out. Chandra McIntosh, as she drops the word on teen prostitution. Hear what my girl has got to say.
Good evening, Bahamas. My name is Shani. And just want to say something brief on teen prostitution. What it is, and I believe in today's world, a lot of young girls, a lot of young people are selling themselves for, I guess, any satisfaction that they can get, whether it's material things or it's just to satisfy themselves, or even if it's just like a means end, or that's just how you survive. But I believe that every young person has a purpose. Every young person has a destiny. They have a reason for being here. And growing up, everybody used to say virginity or being a virgin is not a cool thing, it's not an in thing, so to speak. From my personal view, I think that being a virgin it's a sacred thing, it's a God-gift thing. And me as a young person, 28 years old, and I'm a virgin. And as I was growing up, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a cool thing because you always try to fit in where people always make a picture with, okay, if you ain't sexing, you ain't saying nothing. If you don't have a boyfriend, you ain't happening. I believe in sexual purity. I believe in setting a standard for yourself. I believe in making the right decision, having that mindset, well, hey, I don't want to do this no matter what people say about me. I ain't going that way. And I believe every young person, you have a gift that God has given you. You have a gem. You are precious. You are a pearl. And I believe God didn't give us this just so you could use it and we can abuse it. But it's something precious that you have to care for, really. I believe that you have a purpose. I believe that you have some kind of some kind of reason for living. And if you teen prostituting your body, you degrading yourself. I personally believe that selling your body or selling yourself to get what you want is really not the right way to go. I mean, I know that these are some serious times and life is hard, but I believe if you set in your mind that, well, hey, I'm not going to do this. I'm more than this. I feel like there's more to me than just selling my body. Then you just set in your mind that, well, hey, I can do this, okay? I'm worth more than this. God didn't brought me here for this reason. Have self-respect. Respect your body. Respect who you are as an individual. Respect who you are in God's eyes, because in God's eyes, we are precious. We are pearl. We got it going on. So, okay, we were here. We were brought on this earth for a specific reason, and that reason is to be, well, when it comes to virginity, that reason is basically to be loved by your husband, to be precious by your husband. And if you are engaging in this, I mean, I can't say it's okay, but if you are, I advise you to stop, because there's other ways you can go about doing it. You can stay sexually pure. You can have respect for your body. And notice every person you sleep with, that's every person you get into. Their spirit gets into your spirit, and you become confused. You have low self-esteem, you degrade yourself, you devalue yourself. So I believe if you're doing it, I advise you to stop, okay? Life ain't about sexing. Life is about having a purpose. Life is about having a goal, something to look forward to. I advise every young girl, and I challenge you to get it right. In order for you to get yourself right, you gotta get connected to Christ. You gotta feel His love. You gotta feel His comfort. You got to know who you are and whose you are as an individual. Love yourself. Don't mind if nobody don't love you. The hell with them. But know that you love yourself and you value yourself enough, whereas you could set standards for yourself. I'm a 28-year-old virgin. Yes, I messed up as time goes on, but I made up in my mind that, well, hey, Shani, you ain't going to do this. No matter how much Cliff or how much Joe came to step to me, I had a purpose in my mind. Well, hey, I'm going to walk this road and I'm going to walk it right. So I challenge you, get out of it. Begin to love yourself. When you begin to love yourself, you begin to see your real value and who you really are. So I bless God, and I challenge you today. I challenge you today to just get more focus on you and get more focus on God. Get more focus in the things of life, not of the things of this world. Don't mind the things of this world. Mind exactly who you are and whose you are as an individual. Virgin is an awesome thing. Being a virgin is an awesome thing. Being in Christianity is an awesome thing. And you will not become like that if you are living the lifestyle of the world. So begin to set standards for yourself and to set goals for yourself. And trust me, as you go on doing that, you will see that, hey, this is all good. This is who I am. You'll begin to walk in that purpose and that calling that God has set for you. I know what it is to want things. I know what it is to want things or to see people have things, and I know what it is to want it, but to go have sex for it, that was never my desire. My desire was, I know if I had walked closer with God, that eventually things will happen for me. And I had to go through a process, whereas I had to walk, I had to catch bus, rain, sun or shine, I had to bus. I had a car, but my car was down. But the more I began to seek God and the more I began to spend time in His Word, be faithful, live a life of purity, He began to bless me tremendously. My car was down for a year, and now I got my car up in 3 days. It ain't about me, but because of the lifestyle I live and because I'm connected to God, financially, you wouldn't always have it. But I've learned to trust in Jesus, and I've learned to trust in God. I have learned the value of life, the value of living. And I trust you that if you begin to take this road, God wouldn't let you down. Trust me, He would not let you down, because as long as you serving Him, as long as you walking upright with Him, as long as you living a life pleasing to Him and you presenting your body to Him, He will not let you down.
Well, Bahamas, that brings us to the end of another serious and a real issue, the issue of teen prostitution, the end of another program, man. We want to encourage you, man, to go positive. Ugatissues says, hey, go positive, because when you go positive, it is a plus. Mad shouts out to Kingsway Academy, my 12th grade crew, to SAC crew, to CI crew, to SC McPherson crew, to Government High School crew, to all of y'all, man, who we hit up this term up in your schools. Man, you got issues, your cousins got issues. Thank you, sponsors. Your mama's got issues. Man, your best friends got issues. But here's the place. We deal straight up with your issues. Let me hear from you, teens. Let me hear from you now.
You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. We all got issues, but we got options. Point being the word issues, we all got them. Got your head down, always keep your head up. Cause what doesn't kill will make you stronger. We all know the feeling, yes indeed it hurts. Want the problem solved, take the issue to church. If life is a gamble, we shouldn't be playing. But that's not the case, therefore all I'm saying is you got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what?